Hi, this is Jinyao. Today is our final progress presentation. And during this presentation, we will walk you through the reason of why we built this project, explore who pays to throw it, and see the prototype we built. And so let me first watch two videos.
This is Emily. She is applying to US master's programs. The deadline is getting closer. But every file seems to be the final one. The messages start coming in. But everyone asks, no one knows. She jumps between chat, files, and portals, but still nothing is clear. Now, things start to make sense. Because now, she has a metacyst. So, what is it? One shared workspace for entire application. With AI support, Admetacyst keeps every message, file, and task in sync. When one step is done, the next step is clear. Now, the whole application is under control.
I applied to only computer science programs and I'm focusing on the university in California and Texas. Many schools have same questions, but some schools demand some unique questions. Every school doesn't have same application process. I couldn't I couldn't ensure I'm on the right track.
I applied for the electrical and electronics engineering program. I also applied for the UCSD and Columbia or something like this. I had to scroll back through chat history to remind myself of deadlines or some updates to my statement of purpose. When we communicated verbally, there was no record of what was discussed, so I often forget something important afterward.
Really responsible for guiding those students who are going to pursue their studies in the United States for graduate study or doctoral study, and I've been working in the newer rental. In most cases, the parents they didn't really know what is the application process. Really time consuming. I think they didn't know the logic, so they just ask what they want to ask.
I've been running education consultancy business for over 18 years already. We have been serving from Azerbaijan roughly over 6,000 students. Most problem is the deadlines because we have to get deadline of each application to university.
I own the entire application pipeline for my students, from strategic positioning to the final submission of the documents. And my core focus is on full case management. They have their information gathering from some social media and also some website. So they just want to achieve a kind of balance between their information with mine.
So look at the numbers. Type tier application package in China costs 4,000 to 6,000. High-end families spend half a million RMB a year on their children's education. There are 20,000 plus agencies in China alone, and several consultants told us they pay 150 to 250 per month for a tour like ours. But yeah, we are not creating new spending. We are selling software into a paid workflow that agencies already delivered manually. If we capture just 1% of Chinese agency with 5 advisor size each at 200 a month, and there's a 2.4 million AR as a credible first wage, not a TM come a real wage. We interviewed 6 people across Stark, 2 applications, Chen who divided DIY and Cassie who used the agency, 3 consistent, independently consistent, and crazy at 10 years from a new Oriental overseas the same company we just sit for market growth, and one agency owner with 100 years and 6,000 students placed. 6 different roles, one pattern, logic. It takes logistics, automatable judgment is not. The single insight defines our product boundary and unit economics that follow from. Today, a senior consultant kept their sales at 50 to 20 students per season. They told us that this directly because logistics is their time. Scoring 50 message for latest soap, same deadline questions asked 3 times, Excel update by hand, 3 word versions to cross-check. Admit assistant takes hour for of their planned AI surface the latest versions AI answers from the program deadlines auto extracted version building net result 7 minutes saved per case per day. 50 to 20 case becomes 30 plus. Revenue per advisor goes up 1.5 to 2 times, same hand cost, same quality, twice the throughput. So the value is real. Question is who actually pays. The agency doesn't note students. The advisor sits at the center of every advice case. Applicant, parent, documents, deadline all flow through them. They are the bottleneck and they are buyer. One price signal comes from 3 places. Senior consistency at 150 to 250 per month is reasonable if it saves 30% of his logistics time. About 500 here part-time we said that's our selling. The agency our owner at 50 to 1,000 a month at the first purchase signal. But early buyer agencies and senior consultants manage many active cases, not the solo side consultants. They have the volume and the budget and the pain.
Here is the gap we are aiming at. If you look at the two study award applicants actually uses today, each one solves a slice of the problem and drops the rest. WeChat is where the conversation happens. The students, the parents, and the advisors all in a group, but documents have no versions and the AI has no shared context. ChatGPT is the opposite. It has strong AI context for a single user, but there is no group chat around it, no document handling, and there is no path to a human advisor when the question stops being a generic one. Clark is the closest of the 3, group chat plus documents plus a partial AI layer, but the AI is generic, not scoped to the applicant's own files and conversation history. Admit Assist is the top pick. One shared workspace that ties group chat, version documents, workspace scoped AI context, and human handoff together. Also, AI cannot replace the emotional value of the human in the loop. So our design is explicitly hybrid. Generic questions are automatable, personalized, and emotional work stays with a human advisor. Here is one real case that runs end-to-end through the system. The student types a very normal and lazy question into the group chat. Which SOP version should I edit? The single sentence is actually doing 5 things at once. First, the workspace itself scopes the search. Only the chat history and files in this workspace are visible. Second, related chat and files are put in as context, so the AI knows we have been talking about paragraph 3 of the statements of purpose. Third, RAG scans the SOP versions that have been uploaded and finds the latest one. Fourth, the AI picks the right artifact, SOP v4, and the right location, paragraph 3. Finally, instead of stopping at an answer, it creates a task in the advisor's review list, so a human is actually put in to confirm the edit. The output the user sees is short, SOP v4 paragraph 3 advisor task, but underneath that line, 4 capabilities just filed together: workspace scope RAG, document versioning, chat context, and text extraction. That is the layer which is missing today. The architecture is simple, but the scoping is the point. The workspace is our unit of isolation. Every message, file, and query is keyed by one workspace ID, so two applicants never share retrieval state. Best API sits in the middle and talks to 3 stores: MySQL for users and messages, a file store for PDFs and images, and a per workspace face index for retrieval. One workspace, one index. That's what makes RAG answers stay on an applicant instead of bleeding across users. On top of that, 3 engines. The context engine runs workspace scoped RAG, function chunking, Hugging Face, sentence transformer embeddings, face for similarity search, plus a version document score. That is how we located SOP v4 specifically. The chat engine is built on fast API WebSockets for real-time broadcast, with an AI layer that routes mentions into the same RAG pipeline and strips the LLM response back into the thread, so every teammate sees identical state without refreshing. The action engine closes the loop. It has a web grounding tool for facts that live outside the workspace, and an LLM-based task extractor that turns answers into structured roles like owner, deadline, status, and writing straight into the advisor's list. And this is the real demo of this system. On the left, you can see the document panel with version text like V1 next to each PDF, and a suggested AI action strip that proposes follow-ups based on what was just uploaded. In the middle is the group chat. The students ask at AI a question about their own statement of purpose, and the AI answer is grounded in that specific PDF in this workspace. Not a generic answer. You can also see the system messages like I uploaded statement of purpose.pdf v1 flowing into the same thread. On the right is the action side. Tasks and deadlines with owners assigned to either the student or the advisor and upcoming dates pinned. The members panel at the top right shows 2 members online. So the 4 capabilities from the case study, workspace RAG versioning, chat context, text extraction, are all visible in this one screen in one workspace for one applicant. That's all we have for the business demo video. Thank you for the watching.